No matter what kind of projects you have around the shop, if you're looking for some tips and help, it's time for Sam's Garage, presented by Lund International, with Sam Mamolo and Sam Madavi.
You know, my buddy Sam Madavi built some pretty awesome motors. This he built for a customer. It's a 6-liter LS. This is all forged. Crank, pistons, rod, big valve. Got a big nitrous cam, and it's a nitrous motor. And his customer brought him a set of these Cook's headers. These are 1 7/8 primaries. They're stainless steel, thick flange. When you get a set of Cook's headers, besides getting headers and gaskets, you're going to get stage 8 locking fasteners. They're packed in with their headers because they don't want them to come loose. You know, if your header bolts loosen up, the gas starts to travel between the header and the gasket and the flange, and it burns it. So you want to torque them down, tighten them up, and stage 8 locking fasteners are made in America. It's grade 8 stainless steel. They're double nickel plated. It's not chrome. It's not going to flake off. Use a little anti-seize compound when you put them on. When you got them torqued, then you put your little tab on here. That lays up against the header tube or whatever. Put your C-clip on. They're not going to come loose. Like I said, over 30 years, they've never had any come loose, and there's millions of them in use. And of course, you've got a double hex head. You can't get a socket on it. If you can't get a box wrench on it, you can get a 3/16 Allen in there. And you can just visually inspect them and make sure they haven't come loose. It's a great way to go on a good set of headers. We're going to go ahead and put a set of these on a Silverado pickup truck with a 5.3, which is basically the same configuration.
All right, why don't you go ahead and hand me that header, James? You're going to have to position it for me, and then while it's in position, I can put my hardware in. There we go. All right, got 2 started. Let me go ahead and put a couple more in. All right, James, why don't you do me a favor and kind of hug the block with the header? And I'll put these last couple in, and I can run them down. Alrighty, it's installed as to the head. Now we can bring it down. We'll put on our stage 8 locking fastener clip so they don't back out, and we'll go on to the collector. Go ahead and hand that up here. You hold it in place, and I'll go ahead and install these bolts.
You torque your header down, put your clip on, put your E-ring on to hold it, and as long as that little tab doesn't turn, it'll never come loose. You can do a visual inspection. You look down, if the clip's there, the tab is against the header, the bolt hasn't turned. It's a great way to go for turbochargers, stops the gasket failure, and you can use these over, they're not torque to yield, you can use them over and over. Stage 8 locking fasteners, it's a great way to keep your race car or your performance car in one piece.
Sam's Garage, presented by Lund International, is being brought to you by Low-Car Performance Products. Quality, plain and simple. Stage 8, the world's best locking fastener. Brothers Truck Parts, your #1 source for 1947 to 87 Chevy and GM truck restoration. Lund International, make it yours with Lund Truck Accessories. Welcome to the Brothers Truck Parts Workshop.
All right, so Sam and I are working on this old Chevy truck called the Sheriff, and today we're changing the grill out. And this truck actually has a reproduction grill already in it that they've changed back in the day, but the reason we're changing it is nowadays there's a GM licensed piece that has the word Chevrolet on it. We're gonna put that back in, and it's a really easy task. You drill out the rivets on the top, drill out the rivets in the front, some bolts on the back of this, bolts on the back of the bracket on that side, it comes right out. You don't have to take the brackets out. We're actually taking the brackets out so that if there was damage before, we can check that, make sure the brackets are good. If they're bad, we'll put some reproductions in. But should be a pretty easy task.
Well, it's a good idea to remove the headlights to give you some more room, and we're going to be replacing the headlights anyways down the road, so go ahead and remove those so you don't damage them pulling the grill off.
Absolutely. All right, you got that last bolt out?
Yep.
Get my side loose here. All right, what we'll do is we'll just bring the new one over and put the centerpiece back into it. Be able to bolt it right back up.
This is a really nice piece. I love the Chevrolet emblem in the middle of it.
Yeah, you know, the older reproductions, they didn't have the licensing from Chevrolet to do that. So obviously they didn't have the Chevrolet logo in it. Now they do, it's legal. And you know, it really makes the truck look a lot better.
We're going to reuse the hardware. You have to remove all the 1/4 inch or 5/16 hardware, and we're going to reuse them. So make sure you guys keep those. And then we put the captured nuts in. We put our inner grill in, and you want to make sure that when you're bolting this down, you put everything in loosely. Make sure it's lined up, and then you want to tighten your hardware. Secondly, well, last what we did was the parking lights. We put those in, same thing. You want to make sure they're lined up, put the 4 bolts in loosely, and then tighten it once it's lined up. And now we're ready to go ahead and put our brackets back onto the truck and reinstall our grill.
So the rivets are back on. We'll test fit this grill, make sure that everything goes on nice and square. I'm on perfect.
All right.
Another thing we're going to do while we've got this taken apart is we'll put new headlight bezels, new headlights on it, make it really dress up the whole front end. You don't want to have a brand new grill and old headlight bezels. And you're going to want to make sure that these bezels will fit in multiple directions, but you have a relief right here for the headlight adjuster. It goes in the top and to the center of the grill. And that also, you got left hand and right hand headlight bezels. Make sure you're putting the right ones on the right side.
You can also tell by the contour of it as well.
You'd be amazed how many shows you go to and you'll see people that have them on.
Backwards.
Because they'll fit on in multiple directions.
Yep.
And they don't even notice that they have them on the wrong side, or they have them on a 1/4 turn to the wrong direction.
You want to get them snug, and then you can do a final torque when they're all in place and it's all lined up. This is going to look really good when it's done.
It's going to look great.
Much better look. All right, well, there you go. We're all finished up. You can see it looks really good. This is a good time to check everything behind the grill as far as your brackets go, all your lights. You want to make sure your bulbs are good. And this grill fit pretty straight. You want to take your time on this with a buddy. It takes a couple hours because you're taking your time. It's not really that difficult of a job, but you don't want to scratch anything. You want to check everything, and you want to make sure that everything is lined up straight.
This really made a big difference on the front end. I mean, when you want to do your grill, you're going to want to make sure you take care of like the other things we talked about. New headlight bezels. We're actually later going to put some better headlights in this. We're going to put some LED park lights in here. But get your headlight bezels, get a new bumper, get the grill. Make sure you don't shortcut yourself on anything that, you know, shiny grill and other stuff that looks dull.
And tell the guys who do engine swaps in their resto trucks about the cool new hood latch that Brothers offers.
Yeah, absolutely. We talked about it a little bit before, but the new hood latch we have with a remote safety switch or remote release so that you can actually release it from the cab instead of outside of the cab.
A little bit of added security, that way no one can open your hood and take whatever you got in there.
This is the DS18 Project Supra.
All right, so we are at, in my opinion, the most important portion of the car, which is the wheels and tires. Because as we all know, when you're walking up to the car, the first thing you notice is going to be the wheels and how the car sits. So in this case, we're going to be installing a set of American Force machine wheels. And what's cool is normally on a Supra, you'd only get a 285 in the rear and a 245 in the front. Well, because these are custom wheels and no two are alike and they do not stock anything. Everything is made to order. We were able to add another inch to the width of the wheels and get a 295 on the rear, 275 on the front, and that's going to help in handling. And what we're doing is we've got a set of Continental Extreme Contact Sport tires, which are awesome for all-weather, quiet performance. These things are gonna really set off this car. I mean, look at the blue. Like I said, we're gonna be doing a blue wrap on this car. And so the blue is gonna match the wrap, and the black lips just look so sexy. And there we go, where the rubber meets the road. We're really coming along. All right, guys, this car is a 1993, which makes it a 24-year-old car. And in America, the Supras came with plastic housing headlights. And over the years, we all know they oxidize and they look really bad. Well, in Europe, this car comes with a glass headlight, which is really nice. They also have a self-leveling feature. We're not going to be using that self-leveling feature, but we are going to fill up the headlight with HID light bulbs to get that real bright light at night. And this is a really nice upgrade. It's a very popular upgrade to the Supra because it just makes the front end of the car look so much better. It actually brings it up to date. And you guys know you can sit there and modify every aspect of the car. But the thing that makes the most difference is when you install new headlights, new tail lights, and a new front and rear fascia. Because when you do that, you've given the car a whole new look, which is really cool. You don't want to, build an entire car, then leave out the important little details that separates you from the rest. Very easy install with the bumper out of the way. A couple of nuts, one bolt, a couple of electrical connections, and this Supra is about to look brand new. Like I said, there is nothing more important and nothing that makes the front and rear fascia of the car look really good than a set of headlights and a set of taillights. And the cool thing about these particular headlights is they are glass, which means they'll never oxidize and they'll always look good. All right, check it out. That looks really good. Now these are the same headlights and taillights that you will see on the black Supra, and you guys all have seen how cool they look on that car. We are here in the Lund International booth, and they're showcasing a ton of new products that are absolutely awesome. I'm here with Jason. He's going to show us the Roll and Lock tonneau cover. How you doing, Jason?
Hey, Sam. Good to see you.
You too.
We've got 9 great brands all under one roof this year, and we've got 15 really exciting new products. But we can't get to all of them, so I'll highlight 2 of them that are some of my favorites. So I'll talk about the E-Series from Roll and Lock. This is a tonneau cover based on the A-Series design, but it's not a manual, it's an electric tonneau cover with a wireless key fob. So it's really easy to use to open at any point along the bed and close at any point along the bed.
Tell us a little about the built-in LED light you got in the bed.
It's got a built-in LED light in the key fob that opens up and shows what's inside your bed. And it's a really easy install. No drill installation, and it even has a manual override switch in case you want to not use this and just manually open and close it.
That is a very nice feature right there.
Yes, it is. Our goal at Rampage is to provide better products for Jeepers. This product is one of my favorites. This is a Trailview tonneau top. This is a very easy way to open and close your top, even at red lights. All there are is 2 clips, here and here, and you have an open air drive.
That is
it's that easy.
Awesome. Show us some of the other cool features on this top.
So this Trailview tonneau cover comes in a fastback frameless top, as well as this truck-looking top with a tonneau cover on it. The beauty of this is that this back window can be unzipped and completely removed and put it in a storage compartment on top. So you don't have to figure out where you're going to put it, and you can protect it from getting scratched. The other benefit is it's got a window inside that can be unzipped if you want a simple airflow through the Jeep.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
it gives you the option and customization that you really want in a Jeep.
Yeah, and the window will keep the cab clean by avoiding the backdraft from getting back in.
Exactly.
That is a very cool deal.
Yes, we love it.
And here we have it. We're at the London International booth showing you the coolest products that they have. Make sure you check them out at londoninternational.com.
Sam's Garage, presented by Lund International, has been brought to you by DS18. We like it loud. Appalachian Tourism. Virginia is for lovers. HE&M Saw, the saw that cuts straight. Bushwhacker, inventor of the fender flare.
You know, there's nothing like running an engine in on a stand and checking it out before you put it in the car. Do it once, do it right, save time, money, and aggravation. Now, Easy Run Engine Test Stands have just introduced their new custom series. This is a series of stands that's very affordable. It appeals to the guy who's a do-it-yourselfer, likes to complete things themselves, and use some of your own components. Very strong, and combines all of the features of the Pro Series, but in an easy-to-assemble kit, simple hand tools. It's plated or powder coated for good looks and durability. And of course, you can get any option you want, use your own parts, or you can go to Easy Run's website and get all the kits they have, the dashes, laser cut. And this radiator support is simple tools. It slides out, it slides back. If you've got a longer engine, offer repairs. And right now, the custom series ships free anywhere in the continental USA. And they got a great technical support. Check out Easy Run Engine Test Stands.
It's time for the Lund International Custom Shop.
All right, guys, I'm here with Tommy from Bushwhacker, and we're going to be installing a set of these awesome flares. And while he tells you about them, I'm going to go ahead and remove the hardware so we can get ready on our installation.
Thanks, Sam. So these particular fender flares come color to code to your vehicle paint. They already match your vehicle when they come out of the box. They also come with the aesthetic hardware positioned on the flare already, as well as the edge trim is already installed to save you on installation time. They're also form-fitted, so when you install them using the factory holes under the wheel well, they pressurize to the vehicle to prevent them from vibrating up and down.
And I already took off the two Christmas trees that hold on this bottom shield. Then there is two 8mm bolts on the side. That'll remove that bottom, and then we're almost ready to install our Bushwhacker fender flare. There is one clip you have to install. Right here, you're going to utilize the Phillips head. You're going to reuse the hardware, and you're not going to remove these two bolts. All right, so if I can get one started. And you don't want to tighten them all the way because you want some wiggle room to be able to put all your hardware in and then position it in place. Then you can tighten everything. Okay, it's going on pretty easy, right?
Easy as it gets. Make that look way too easy.
Not bad. One down, 3 to go.
Let's go.
Let's do it. Here we are with Valerie from AVS, and she's got something special for me today. What do you got for us today, Valerie?
I brought you the latest from our AVS brand. These are color match vent visor side window deflectors. So we'll put these on this truck and you won't even realize that they're an aftermarket edition. This is the latest thing we've offered in the AVS brand.
That is absolutely cool. And these are the kind that actually go up inside the channel.
Correct. We call those our in-channel vent visors. So it's a very seamless, integrated OEM look. A lot of people think that a vent visor is just for use in a rainy climate because you can keep your windows open a little bit and the vent visor keeps the rain out, but that's absolutely not the case. A vent visor side window deflector is perfect in any climate. They help reduce interior fogging and they also help reduce interior heat. So if this truck was parked in a hot parking lot where it was sunny and it was all closed up, temperatures could soar to over 140 degrees. But with a vent visor side window deflector, you can keep the windows cracked, nobody will know, and it'll be 20 degrees cooler.
Especially here in the south when the humidity is so bad. You got 100-degree weather in the summertime, and the inside of the cab can hit 130 to 140.
Yeah, this is a simple no-drill application. It's basically peel and stick. So we've got a 4-piece set today. So we have front and rear windows both.
Okay, so we're going to go ahead and put on the rear.
Do the rear.
The front's going to require 2 people because in this particular one, the front one's going to go behind the front driver's mirror. Okay, So I'm gonna hold the mirror forward for her, and then we're gonna install the front one. But the back one, just basically goes in place. You bend it in place, put it up in place, and then push out on it. And Valerie, if you could go inside and operate the window. And what you guys want to do is you want to hold the middle portion away as Valerie rolls up the window, making sure not to have any kinks or binds, okay? Then you put up the window all the way. There you go, we're all done. And just like window tint, you want to not roll down your windows for 48 to 72 hours, allowing for the 3M stick to adhere properly. Okay, we'll bend it, put it in the channel right there. Pushing it up and out. And then you can go ahead and roll up the window like you did the rear, and I'll hold it away.
Okay. Ready?
Okay. Okay, and there you go. 2 down, 2 to go.
This is the Aeroskin hood protector. Protects your front of your hood from rocks, chips, anything that's coming at you from the road. It fits flush mount, and you can see it's part of our ABS new color match program, so it matches the vehicle perfectly.
You can't even tell it's there.
No, I don't think anyone would know that this was an aftermarket edition.
You want to make sure to use your alcohol pads, wipe everything down, and the most important thing is going to be the strips on the 3M double stick tape, giving yourself a little bit to be able to pull on, put it in place, pull it, adhere it as you're pulling it, that way you know it's lined up.
Right, you want to make sure it's centered and that the edges are clean before you pull those strips.
Exactly.
And then press down and set it.
That looks really good.
Car wash safe as well.
Absolutely, and you can't even tell it's there.
What are you doing?
Having a little fun.
We got stuff to do. What are you doing?
Just having a little fun driving this new remote control car I got.
Here. Here, let me try it. Hey, hey. That's what you call a real friend.